Good morning, everybody, and welcome as we get started for our Match Day -2 press conference with head coach Emma Coates. We'll get started. We'll let her make a quick statement, and then we will open it up to questions. So, Coach.
Yeah, morning, everyone. Obviously, we've had another good week here off the back of a strong performance at the weekend, and we're just excited to finish the prep for the Washington game, particularly heading into the international window as well. When we sort of think about the block of fixture that we just had, it's been a good block so far, and hopefully another opportunity to put in another strong performance at the weekend.
All right, thanks, Coach. All right, we'll go ahead and open up straight to questions. Paula?
Good morning, Paula Maruri, San Francisco, California. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
So what would you like to say about the early resiliency to develop and build the confidence for the season after North Carolina's performance? Thank you.
Yeah, I think it says a lot about the group. I think it doesn't surprise me because I saw the work that we've done in pre-season, and the way that we designed pre-season is that the players had lots of different types of fixtures and different types of tests that would prepare us for different types of situations in season, and we've probably faced quite a lot so far, playing against 10, leading a game, chasing a game. So the fact that we've been able to build that resilience across pre-season and then put that into action sort of in this first half of the season, and we're just hoping that we can just keep growing week by week.
Let's talk about finding rhythm and analyzing strengths and weaknesses for each game. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the rhythm's important, particularly when we start. We look at sort of how late maybe some of the players came in pre-season, and you can see some of the connections on the pitch forming, and when it's right, it's really nice and it's smooth and it's fluid, and I expect that to continue to grow. And I think one of our biggest strengths at the minute is some of our variety in how we play and some of the different attributes that some of our players have, and the different weapons that we have sort of at our disposal. The bit we just got to keep building on consistency and what that looks like in moments where we don't have control of the game, because that's also the best thing about football is it's never a game that you're in complete control for 90 minutes.
Also, how would you adjust the game plan for Sunday's game? Thank you.
Yeah, well, I've said this before. We're really principle led, so I don't really like having huge adjustments week to week. We want to try and develop an identity and a brand of football that's exciting to watch. And we've analysed what we expect against Washington. We know the threats that they have, and the first thing we always look at is how do we nullify some of their strengths and protect ourselves in those situations. But the most important thing is where's our opportunities to go and win the game, and where can we really hurt them. And I think what's nice is there's lots of opportunities that we can sort of go toe to toe with them and hopefully score some goals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paula. Coach, coming back home after the first road trip, what are you looking forward to about being back home at PayPal Park?
Yeah, the atmosphere. I having now experienced 2 home games, an away game, and the sort of the perspective of that, I recognise how good our fans are, how good the atmosphere is in our stadium, and I'm looking forward to hopefully putting on a good performance for everyone and getting everyone on the edge of their seat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to PayPal Park.
Okay. All right, got 3 games under their belts. Starting to see some performance from some of the new players, and consistent success from players like Alex Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Kira Berry got her first goal. Christiana Girelli, who we're going to talk to in a minute, playing really well. What can you say to what the new players are bringing to the lineup?
Yeah, I think the new players are bringing depth and variety. I think that's the main thing that we've now got at our disposal, particularly in the front line and the 3 players that you just mentioned. And I think I mentioned this after the last game. Some of Cree's back to goal playing, some of her intelligence on the movement and the way she brings other players into the game is phenomenal. And then when you wrap players around her, where you've got someone like Alex that needs someone to come and play off and can cut in, she can go outside. She's a handful to play against, and then you add that with the pace of Kira. It's really exciting. And then we've got Carly, Onyeka, Tess. We've got lots of players now at our disposal across that front line, which is just really exciting. And I think the other thing that they sort of add is lots of different experiences. Cree's been there, done it, and the world stage, international tournaments for Italy, lots of European experience. Kira's been around like the WSL and the Championship, obviously in and around England and their youth setup and international setup, and then obviously Alex with her experiences here. So I think what we're trying to get now is not just different types of players, but lots of different experiences that's going to help us, not just on the pitch, but off it as well.
Speaking of experiences, next week is an international break.
Yep.
an issue that this club hasn't had to deal with for in the past is we have quite a few players who are being called up to their national teams. What can you say about that?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, a testament to what we're trying to build here. I think we've got 11 players away on the window, so I call it a champagne problem. We've got half the squad missing, but what a nice problem that is, and we're really proud of everyone that's been selected to go and represent the country, whether that's in a youth team or a senior team. And, you know, I think the players that we've got who have been consistently selected, long may that continue, and I hope that they put in their performances for the national team as they've been performing here. And, you know, I'm sure there'll be lots more call-ups for windows to come as well.
As a coach who comes from a national team background, what can you say about the process of picking new players and how our players are being selected?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't know every nation's setup. What I will say is I've got a good relationship with all the national team's staff, and we're in communication with them and providing feedback. And a lot of the players, if not all the players, are on the same page with in terms of where they're at. And, you know, the national team staff will be watching their performances week in, week out. And I always think international selection is normally based off two things. Have they got the potential to you know, play and perform for that country at a major tournament? Are they playing and performing consistently well? And I think what's nice is we've got players that are filling both those seats right now.